come to a predicament here. I don't think I've come this close to Bis in like phase 1 or 2. Like right here I'm missing like a cloak, yeah, a necklace, and my main hand fist weapon. The 3 things I need, and then I'll be like fully Bis. I mean, I'm already at the point of just I log into Rid. I mean, I guess I could PvP for fun now. Raise up that honorable killed number to like maybe go for 10k or something. But yeah, we got exalted with Warsong Boys this morning, turning into a daily quest. And I got my Bis wrist. I just need to pop an enchant on there, like 7-9 strength or some shit like that. Need the fur coat thingy, the neck that has like 2 more attack power than this, basically. Loses stam, but technically a slight DPS increase. Got my belt. I'm pretty sure these are Bis, like these PvP gloves, if I look at my list here. 12 solid and Shaman Tank. Scroll down here. Bis lists. So Panther for cloak. And like the necklace thing. Blood stained charm of valor. And oh wait, no, the polluted murk water gauntlets. Okay, I need those as well. So gloves, neck, cloak, and now my main hand weapon. Everything else is Bis that I've got. Oh wait, no, and the totem of tormented ancestry. That's another one. Yeah. So close enough, but I guess I should just go farm some gold real quick and get an enchant on this bad boy. So go do some SM armor and then get the enchant. I think I'll be good to go. Like everything else is enchanted that I've got. Yeah, not the best enchants, but good enough. Alright, yeah, do a couple of these, and like, I know I'm gonna have to do some gold farming for my raid mats for next week. Like, we still have 4 of these. We need more Winterfall Firewater. Actually, let's go pick up the DMF buff before I forget. I'm too poor to buy summons right now, so I'll just like haul ass. We'll do that, then we'll farm some gold. Enough for the enchant so I can sleep weary knowing my guy's kind of up to date for now. Alright, anything new that I can listen to today? Oh yeah, I was disappointed. I checked my logs and it's like none of them were legendary, but I mean I got like 3-4 bosses with over 1k DPS now, so it's like we're into the quadruple digits. And I guess like there's something else with engineering that I could oh, it was engineering wrists. Yeah, so I guess I don't need to do that. That was the only. Everything else is like there's a leatherworking helmet and like leatherworking shoulders. Yeah, I don't know if there's a 3rd leatherworking item in the Bis list. No, and I don't feel like doing that shit. 200 staff for 2H? Huh. Pretty sure that's a spellcaster staff everyone wants. Alright, just in time. We're gonna head to ELDEN, pick up the DMF, and we'll be set for our raid buffs. I mean, I'll get Songflower at some point, but the main important one is DMF. A tanky elemental set for PvP? I mean, that's just my Ellie gear at that point, with like maybe some side pieces that are like stamina ring, stamina cloak, stamina, which calls it necklace. Then everything else is like what I would use for elemental DPS. But I ditched that spec, like the half elemental, half enhancement for tanking, because like that got nerfed because can't use mental dexterity anymore. So I just I use this for PvP LE with some resto talents. But yeah, it's like basically just all my. I don't even like focus on stam. Like I'm going for as much spell power as I can get for PvP. And I just got like the ring yesterday from Sunken Temple, the turn-in ring that has spell power on it. This one here, yeah. So I think I'm like replacing a spell power ring that had 8 on it, so I gained 7 spell power, which leaves me at 198 spell power baseline with my spell power set, but that's chilling in the bank right now. Having that, like, if I'm gonna go farming shit, like I put one of my sets in the bank, and it's generally the Ellie set because I can't exactly use that to farm. But yeah, for PvP purposes, yeah, I just use my raid gear. The gear I would use for raiding if like I was raiding as Ellie. I guess I gotta still snipe out that spell power trinket from Nomergon. I could have like over 200 baseline spell power. Alright, what kind of video can I listen to here? We got any new things for my subscriptions? Something for background music, background noise. Yeah, once I get like a decent amount of gold on me, maybe I'll do 20-30 gold, I'll make a character on Cataclysm.
I think I'll make a furry mage. Werewolf mage. Nice. Looking good. This armor is...
Really? 9,300 HP? I mean, I've been able to reach that like in just pure stamina gear for like just tanking in general. I think, no, I could definitely make it to 10k if I used consumables and had like all the buffs like Warrior's commanding shout. I think that's the main one, and then like Fort and everything like that. I could reach 10k in a BG, but like the highest I've been in was like 9,000 something HP. I'd need to like get like consumables to like push that to like 10k. But I imagine like if the Shaman is playing, well, for them to get that high, they'd have to be playing, which calls it, Way of Earth with Rockbiter. But when I'm which calls it PvPing, I'm playing with Burn, so there's no point in that. So I go Earth Shield instead. Heart of the Lion, the 10% from Hunter. Yeah, the stats. But I think Warrior Commanding Shout gives more stamina than the Imp buff. I could be wrong. It might be the other way around. I don't play either of those classes. Do you want to die? No, you get to live. Poor little level 34 mage. What the heck? Oh.
Is amazing. Some of the best models I've ever seen. Wait, something's different. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's changed about Stormwind.
Oh, what did
well,
you play before,
time to do
Shaman?
my talents. I think I'll go Frost Spec. Put this in here and this in there, and put it everywhere. Yeah. Good, good, good. Learn. Put my spells on my bars. There we go. Now it's time to queue for a dungeon.
Burn
Let's
and
go.
Tongue, I get
But
like
first,
how burn works now. You either have burn or way of earth, and burn gives you 200 spell power if you have flame tongue weapon on your weapon. So like, you get like increased like flame shock damage, and it lasts longer, but also just 200 spell power together. So that with like my baseline gear, I'm almost at 400 spell power on my Elisham gear. So I'm able to get like fat chain lightnings and lava bursts and shit. But not super tanky. Definitely not super tanky.
message from today's sponsor, Stunlock Studios. The official release of V Rising is finally here.
good.
Experience a vampire survival action RPG
Shaman
adventure
Crusader.
like no other. Rise from your grave after
playing
centuries
Druid
of
getting
slumber
boring?
and hunt for blood to regain
I don't know, I feel
your
like I would
power.
get bored if I was just playing a
Explore a
healer the
vast
entire damn
open
time.
world of dark fantasy. Face humans and monsters alike,
mean,
and worse.
I have played healer mage back in Nomergon, and like that was kind of like difficult, but like it was kind of stressful difficult. I wasn't exactly having fun. I was like struggling to keep people alive, and it's like if someone dies, it's kind of my fault here. Well, I mean, there's two healers, but it's like the other healer I remember at the time was like hella laggy, so I was like kind of like almost solo healing. Yeah, at this point I'm
The
almost done
deadly
phase 3.
sunlight.
Like,
Unleash
need,
your creativity.
my main
Build your
hand fist
own
weapon,
unique gothic castle.
gloves,
Don't forget to
cape,
craft a
and a
coffin
neck,
for your
and I'm like,
well-deserved
all this.
rest after a long sinful night. Hunt alone or gather a clan. V Rising can be played both solo or co-op with friends. In a world of conflict, be the vampire who reigns supreme. Do you dare challenge the throne of Dracula? V Rising is out now on Steam. The PS5 version is just around the corner. Check the links down below. Yay! My dungeon's ready. Time to make some new friends. Never been here before. Hi guys.
Wait, is Cata actually out? Like,
I've never done this.
They're in the new dungeon. Like, is Cata actually out right now, or it's still pre-patch, but you can like queue one of the first couple of dungeons or some shit? I do think the big drawback of huge HP tank Ellie is the mana pool seems pretty low. Yeah, because you're not gonna have a lot of into gear if it's like more focused on stamina. But I mean, like some of the Bloodguard rank 7 PvP gear could probably get an Elisham pretty high up there, I'd imagine. I enjoy it, but okay. Just trying to get raid gear, rather make a new character and work towards pre-bis raid gear as well to get raids twice each lockout. Yeah, that's something I was thinking of, but like all my like the two alts that I got, like kind of like I play a Shadow Priest alt and a Fire Mage. But yeah, they kind of like made Mage really boring because it's just like Frostfire bolts now. I don't really get to play around with like hot streaks and getting instant cast pyroblasts. That was fun in phase which calls it 2 in Nomer. And then Spriest is just like not doing so well, so I just was not really interested in leveling up my Spriest or my Mage. They're still sitting at level 40. I'm just gonna do like one or, but yeah, I'm curious here. This guy's like in the new dungeon. Like, is it?
What's this dungeon called?
Huh.
Lost City, Tolver. Oh, never heard of it. Guess that's why it's
I'm
called
pretty sure it's still level
The
80
Lost
cap, right? But
City.
it's like it's just pre-patch.
Tolver. There we go. Now we wait for the cooldown. Nice. Great damage from me. Here we go. And again. You guys like chicken? I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh yeah. Great DPS. 500 DPS mage. Huh?
I do more than 500 DPS solid. What the fuck?
Oh no. The tank died. Yeah, I died.
Or no, wait.
Why?
I think he's playing, what you calls it? The beta or whatever of cata while he's in these dungeons. Because I don't think this is like one of the higher end dungeons at like 84, 85, I'm pretty sure. Tolver, the Lost City. Yeah, I see it at the bottom of the screen. It says bug report.
Is it bad healer? Don't see come from retail. What's retail? I've been removed from the group. Oh. I can't queue again for another 30 minutes. Guys, I just got kicked from a heroic dungeon. What should I do about it? Blame past culture. Skill issue. Go to the forums and cry about it, of course. I think I'll make a report to Blizzard. I think it's time for a Dwarf Warlock. Dwarf Warlock. Nice. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, he has like
I paid for this mount,
pre-85s.
and it was worth it. Hi guys. I'm so happy to be playing cata.
Can I play that?
Wow.
Actually? Do I have
I
beta
waited
access?
years for this. Years.
Public test
Yay.
ground for rap?
My new
No, that's
friends
not
are
it.
ready.
I don't
Hello,
think I have this account
friends.
signed up for beta access anyways.
Big damage. I'm out of mana. Drain life. Hellfire. Yeah. Good job, guys. Wow. This place is like heaven. Or what I'd imagine heaven to look like. All the dungeons in cata are V cool, I think. True. I agree with you. Your damage is not from heaven, though. Huh?
You guys just getting roasted.
What you mean, Leonidas? My damage is good. Your damage sucks, I mean. I'm number 1 DPS. Why are you lying? Very weird behavior. You get hit like a truck by these guys. Yeah, because the tank isn't that good. I'm sorry to say. Good luck, guys. CBA with AFK idiots. Huh? He left. People being so butthurt in a beta. True. Why you leave? Cause you're AFK and not DPSing. I'm doing more DPS than you. He logged off. What's up? I've never done this before. What's it called? Oh no! The tank died! Oh,
Yeah,
The
I'm not looking
healer
forward to
isn't
even
too
trying
good.
Shaman Tanking in cata. I know
Where
they
the
get a
hell
ton,
am
but
I?
goddamn.
oh, the tank left.
I'm pretty
Hack
sure I
up.
remember everything when I was leveling up a shaman on, which calls it cata private servers, is they don't have access to like crit immunity because they took that away from the PvP gear. Like resilience would give you that, and you could use that resilience in like PvE content as a tank to not be crit. But yeah, but kind of back to the old drawing board where we're gonna be classic era. You couldn't get defense cap as Shaman Tank, so that was like one of the main arguments against it. You could hold threat, but it's like you're gonna take a beating more than any other tank. You're gonna be eating crits to the face, so that's kind of what cata class is going to be. I might just level a damn hunter and go back to like what I originally mained for cata classic. I think I had fun with the hunter and cata. Plus, I was really good at PvP as a hunter at that point. I think we got trap launcher and cata, yeah. Scatter trap and all that shit, wyvern.
Oh. Are you there? Oh, he's gone again. Vote kick. Noob. To be honest, I'm just waiting for WOD Classic. Cata is just a waiting room.
Yeah, this guy's a professional
Long
troll.
wait. Yeah, but it'll be worth it. WOD is the best expansion. Welcome to the party. Hi, bro. We're bros? That's great. Can I add you on battle.net? Check out my crazy damage. Oh yeah? Boom. Poggers. You guys like chicken? Hello? We will do this. Easy. Oh, boss time. Raw. You said mana. No problem. I died. Let's go. Oh no. Tank? Why no aggro? You guys like pepperoni? Wow, a big crocodile. Look at its sharp teeth. Look at me, number 1 DPS. You guys like cake? I like sponge cake. Wow. I think I'll press need. Oh yeah, I'm the best Tauren Paladin in the world. We pulled loads of mobs. Oh no. I died. Again. Tank, where is aggro? Oh. The tank left. Tank. You like chicken? Chicken is my favourite. Tank? Oh, the healer died. We're all dead. I think he's ignoring me. Did you see my question? Tank? Tank? What does this boss do? Tank? Oh, he died. Tank, you died. This isn't good. What's going on? Oh, I'm not doing any damage. Aww.
I guess I can't pull as much.
Send
in
him
this
a
spec.
whisper.
Fuck.
You like chicken? The mage left. I like to coat my chicken in peanut butter and Marmite. That's so delicious. I'm all on my own. That's so sad. Didn't ask. Don't forget Chick-fil-A sauce, buddy. And Chick-fil-A sauce.
So I'm God damn it. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like actually re-roll full like enhanced tank. I don't have that right now. Cause I'm too squishy here. Like with this one I don't got shield. I don't got any dodge. What else made me tanky in that other spec? I think it was just that, and then like had elemental warding. I mean, I could do smaller pulls, I guess. Yeah, if I was full tank spec, I could generally pull this whole entire room, but yeah, I gotta slow down with this though. Like, I'm tanking in DPS spec. Oh yeah, and I don't have my fucking lightning shield thing up. That would help. Yeah, I'm not liking this so far. I think I'll do like one run. That should be enough gold for me to get like my 5 fucking, what you call it, strength on the set, or 7 strength on wrists. Oh, heal. Heal. Oh, shit. I'm too busy typing here. Back. mindlessly killing these while I'm having a combo here with this dude from a guild called Bloodless. I've raided with them in like Nomer. Just checking up on their progress. They want to do a sub 1 hour run. I was like, hey, yeah. I managed to do that last night. We got like 57-minute run. What's this guy's logs? Toxic Panda. Shit, I keep on forgetting to swap my pants. These are my shitting pants. Oops. Don't need chain heal on my bars anymore. I only needed that to appease the raid gods last night. Raid leaders. Toxic Panda. Yeah, this guy's got a bunch of legendary logs. Fucking hell. This is so slow. But I'm also like half paying attention. I'm like having a conversation with the dude here.
Blood and thunder for the true horde! Kneel before me! My life began under the shadow of a curse. Years ago, my father was the first orc to drink demon's blood, corrupting the horde.
Garrosh grew up in a life of shame. His father, Gromhellscream, leader of the Warsong clan, had led the orcs down a corrupted path. After they drank the demon's blood, they abandoned their honorable heritage and just became bloodthirsty monsters. Throughout Garrosh's young life, he was relentlessly harassed for his father's actions and how he doomed the orcish race. To make matters worse, when the Horde was being formed, Garrosh and the Magheart orcs were infected with a disease called the Red Pox, making them unfit to fight for the Horde. And ironically, this would save them from being corrupted by the demon blood like the rest of the orcs. But for Garrosh, it meant he had to stew in his dishonor, never to have learned the deeds of his father on the foreign world of Azeroth.
They left for war, leaving only those of us who were sick and weak behind. It was not until I was much older I learned the truth of his redemption.
Garrosh, I have great news for you.
All your news is about the past. I hate it. I know that my bloodline is tainted. I can only hurt my people.
That isn't true. Your choices are your own. People only see your father when they look at you. But that will change.
I just don't want to hear about my father and all of his terrible crimes.
Sharing your feelings is the best way forward. Healing is a process. Take a deep breath.
Pathetic. Weak. Your bloodline is tainted. You are weak.
Enough delaying. Listen to my grandson. He has come a long way.
Garrosh, son of Hellscream. Your father lived and died as our greatest hero. He saved us all by killing the demon, Manaroth, and lifting the curse. A great burden has been lifted from my shoulders. Thank you, Thrall.
During the events of the Burning Crusade expansion, Thrall saw great promise in Garrosh. Sure, he was short-tempered and prideful, but he was in tune with Orcish traditions, something that the Orcs had lost over the years. He also wanted to honor the memory of Grom Hellscream, the one who saved Thrall's life and served as his mentor. And after finding out his father had redeemed himself, now Garrosh felt pressure to live up to his image. So Garrosh joined War Chief Thrall's advisory council. When the uncorrupted Orc entered the Dark Portal and arrived in Durotar,
What the fuck is this?
he realized it was a far cry from what he had expected.
That's like
They were living in
the
an
one
inhospitable
gangster movie where he's
desert,
like, "What the
lacking
fuck
natural
is this?"
resources or many geographical
I
advantages.
think I've seen that meme like
There's
on
better
Reddit,
places for the
where,
Horde to settle,
an
but
alliance,
ironically,
goes
War
to
Chief
Orgrimmar
Thrall
for the
valued
first time.
peace above all else, which
the
is something
fuck is
Garrosh
this shit?
vehemently disagreed with. The Horde's entire foundation was built on war. Why change that to appease other factions and let your own people suffer? Garrosh's traditional Orcish ways of thinking inflicted friction amongst the War Chief's advisory board.
Thrall invited me to join him as his advisor on the world of Azeroth. I knew I was ready to follow in my father's great legacy, but not all of Thrall's other advisors agreed. Why do you always undermine my counsel, boy? I am no boy. You weakened the Horde with compromise and capitulation. I see the Horde as it should have been. Bold and strong. Foolish Maghar. Peace is achieved through negotiation. Even children know that. We should have you cleaning the peons' boots to learn your place. I will not tolerate your disrespect, and I will not suffer weakness. Thrall should never have appointed you to advise him. Anyone could see your ignorance. Jealous words from a feeble foe. Is that how you speak to your elders? It isn't you Thrall loves, only the memory of your father. You'll pay for your insolence one day. Are you expecting an apology?
Garrosh would continue to be on the advisory board during the events of Wrath of the Lich King. When the Scourge became a rising threat once more, Thrall decided they would take a cautious approach. They should send scouting parties to Northrend, they should discuss tactics with the Alliance, and organize a careful attack plan. Garrosh hated that idea. The Maghar Orc demanded that they should just take all of their horde armies, go crush the Alliance, then storm into Northrend and deliver the same brutal fate to the Scourge. Thrall hated the idea. The Alliance wasn't a threat, and wandering into a frozen wasteland of Northrend with no intel is a ridiculous idea. The two continued to feud against one another until they settled it in a duel in the Ring of Valor. The two traded blows until...
Pups of Orgrimmar, hear me, brash upstarts of the Horde! Tremble and know your doom!
The Scourge had invaded Orgrimmar, and with the help from the player characters, we push back the invasion, and then Thrall realizes that, Garrosh might be right. The Horde needed to act, and fast.
When the Scourge attacked, I had a chance to prove the strength of my strategy to everyone. Thrall sent me to Northrend to lead the Horde expedition and eliminate our enemies.
Garrosh was promoted to Overlord of the Warsong Offensive and established his command post at Warsong Hold. Garrosh was advised by High Overlord Saurfang, who countered Garrosh's reckless bloodlust as a commander. He told him that if Garrosh led his armies to fight the Alliance, he would be leading them down a dark path. It would be the same dark path his father had led the orcs down when they were corrupted by demon blood. And if Garrosh ignored his protests, Saurfang would kill him himself. So Garrosh begrudgingly agreed. Kind of. He promoted commanders who harnessed the same hatred for the Alliance and initiated attacks on them in Grizzly Hills, and even fought them during the climax of the war in Icecrown Citadel to defeat the Lich King. Despite this, Garrosh was a firm believer in honorable combat and refused to fight the Alliance if they were locked in battle with the Scourge. If they were going to defeat the Alliance, it would be on equal footing. This respect for honor can also be seen in Warsong Hold, where they have Alliance deserters imprisoned in filthy pig pens as punishment for their cowardice. Garrosh appears in various scenes in Wrath of the Lich King, where his main character trait is being a hot-headed asshole who only wants to defeat the Alliance. But by the end of the expansion, the Scourge was defeated and the Horde armies returned to Kalimdor, and Garrosh was considered a hero for his leadership. He was bestowed with his father's former weapon, Gorehowl, for his efficient, if somewhat problematic, display of leadership during the war.
This will prove useful. All will fall in the name of Hellscream for the Horde!
But unfortunately, these times of celebration were short-lived. The lands the Horde lived in were dry of resources, and they were on the verge of a famine. The elements had been disturbed, and Durotar had become under distress. These natural disasters disturbed supply lines, and the Night Elves nearby refused to take any part in mutual beneficial trade. The Elves were hesitant to work with the Horde since the Wrathgate. This is an awful event during the war in Northrend, where Rogue Forsaken massacred the Alliance and their former Horde allies. And the tragedy clearly displayed the Horde as not being able to be trusted. The peacekeepers of the Horde, Thrall, Karen, and Hamel Runetotem, worked to mend relations with the Night Elves, and of course, Garrosh was pissed.
Why give when you can take?
The Wrathgate was a tragedy for both factions, and they should take what they need by force. Meanwhile, during all this, fire elementals attacked Orgrimmar, and the world continued to crumble in unrest. War Chief Thrall was not only a leader, but a shaman. And with a heavy heart, he realized that in order to soothe the world around him, he needed to leave his position as War Chief to find the elemental answers he seeked. But he needed to find someone to replace him. He thought about Karen or Vol'jin, and while they were fine leaders, they would be rejected by the orcs for not being one of their kind, and in dire times like this, the Horde could not handle the unrest this would cause. But Garrosh had the heritage of a true orc. He was the son of the Warsong clan chieftain and was an uncorrupted orc. Right after the war on Northrend, he was seen as a hero of the Horde, and he would be able to galvanize the faction in these desperate times. Was he reckless? Totally, but Thrall had plans to regulate his behavior. Thrall summoned the soon-to-be war chief the Gromosh Hold and told him that he was to be promoted to war chief. Garrosh was taken aback. He was a warrior, not a politician, but Thrall assured him, telling him that Vol'jin, Karin, and Eitrigg would serve as his advisors. Garrosh then accepted his role as the leader of the Horde, and Thrall left to go do shaman stuff, and soon after, Garrosh immediately transformed Orgrimmar into a city of war, moving Gromosh Hold from the Valley of Wisdom to the Valley of Strength. Garrosh was quick to dominate his new role as war chief, and the drums of war thundered through the streets of Orgrimmar as the Horde readied themselves for conquest. Garrosh's appointed advisors tried to instill some sort of diplomatic logic into him, but it fell on deaf ears.
Anger management? I'm great at
seeing your
managing
message here.
people with my
Why
anger.
don't you stream on Twitch?
Weakling. What?
Wait, how long ago was this? I don't know. Oh yeah, that was 13 minutes ago. I don't stream on Twitch. I mean, I do stream on Twitch. I got like 10 followers there, but it's just like, I'm more likely to be seen because I have like 580 subs here compared to my 10 followers on Twitch. So it's like, I feel like it's really cheesy for me to like try and do a cross promotion thing, or like what other YouTubers do is like they put a 10-second video up. They're like, hey, check me out on Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch right now. Check me out, and then they delete that video later on. But like, you'll see it in your feed to like promote their Twitch channel through YouTube. It's like, I don't know if I feel like doing that. Twitch is booty. I mean, it does have like some dank like chat emotes and stuff like Kappa. We got Kappa on Twitch, but it's like something really lame looking. It's been a while since I've been like a chatter trying to do like chatter things and spam emotes and crap. Oh yeah, pop this back on.
You will obey your war chief without question. Me busy. Leave me alone. You dare speak to your war chief with such disrespect? Yes. I am the war chief of the Horde. Respect my authority! Me not that kind of orc.
Respect my authority.
You are dismissed!
Fucking Tom and Jerry scream.
During this time of mass rebuilding, events out of Garrosh's control took place. In Ashenvale, a peaceful meeting between Night Elves and Tauren was disrupted by agents of the Twilight Hammer cult who posed as members of the Horde. They slaughtered the Tauren and Elves alike. The only survivor was Hamel Runetotem, who then traveled to Karin Bloodhoof, chieftain of the Tauren, and explained what had happened. Karin immediately came to the conclusion that this was Garrosh's doing, and reckless behavior like this is definitely something up his alley. But when Karin confronted the war chief, he denied it,
gold to get, like,
which
another
was
enchant
true,
on my wrist,
but
and then,
Karin
like, I'm
didn't
kind of,
really
like,
believe
very,
him.
like,
This combined with the warpath
I'm alright
Garrosh was
with my
leading the
character
Horde
at
down,
this point.
led the
Like,
leader of the Tauren to
I'm only
conduct
getting gear from Sunken
drastic
Temple, so
measures.
that's next Tuesday.
You are not so clever as you think.
Like the title
I have
suggests, I'm
lived
probably
my
gonna
whole
level up on
life
this account as well and
with
make like
honor.
a hunter.
You may trust my counsel. I think you mean cowardice, and I do not trust it at all. Respect our ways. Thrall's advisors had
Are you gonna play
promised
on
to
Cata,
support me,
Nick?
but instead they turned on me the moment
You should like
the
make
war
characters
chief was
like on the
gone.
same
One
Cata
of
realm.
them, Karin Bloodhoof,
I guess those are
was
Wrath
so
realms now.
bold as to challenge me to a Majora, a duel for leadership of the Horde. I
Agony
think
Cow.
not. Have you come to fight me, old bull? I fear we may not find an agreement outside of battle. Thrall saw only his fondness for you, not who you truly are. I answer to no one! as you are at attacking. Ha! The great Cairn Bloodhoof has fallen! Think again before questioning me. But wait, wasn't that almost too easy?
Unbeknown to Garrosh, there was further levels of betrayal that influenced their duel. Before this battle, Garrosh and Cairn's weapons were ritualistically blessed. The person that blessed Garrosh's axe was Magatha Grimtotem, leader of the Grimtotem Tauren, who wanted Cairn Bloodhoof dead, so the matriarch could usurp control over Thunderbluff during his absence. She secretly poisoned Garrosh's axe, making the honorable duel actually
someone
totally
yelled out,
dishonorable. Garrosh was left
maybe I'm
conflicted.
thinking of a different
When he
game.
discovered this truth, it stripped him of the glory of an honorable, fair fight. Magatha was the orchestrator of his dishonor, and it filled Garrosh with rage. When Magatha reached out to request aid from Garrosh to claim Thunderbluff, he replied by wishing her a violent death.
I will destroy everything you have ever loved!
But despite Garrosh's refusal for aid, the Grim Totem still managed to take control over Thunderbluff, for a time. Garrosh later then had a meeting with Bane Bloodhoof, son of Cairn Bloodhoof, and discussed the situation at hand. The war chief fully expected Cairn to request a duel because of the death of his father, but to Garrosh's surprise, Bane realized the truth of Magatha's betrayal and swore the Bloodhoof tribe's loyalty to the Horde. The Grim Totem ran out of Thunderbluff soon after and were banished from Mulgore and forced to settle in the Stone Talon Mountains. Soon after, Garrosh continued his conquest and the Horde armies spread across Azeroth. This includes the Forsaken invading Gilneas, while Garrosh keeps a watchful eye on the untrustworthy undead. They also imperialize the Twilight Highlands and claim the Forest of Ashenvale for its resources. This assault was a decisive victory, mainly because Garrosh had captured proto-dragons and Magnetar from the previous Northrend offensive and unleashed them on the Alliance. Under Garrosh's leadership, they had captured the enchanted forests of Ashenvale, a feat not even his father could have achieved in the past. Well, Garrosh would have fully claimed Ashenvale if the story wasn't told in the Wolfheart novel, where the main character is Garrosh's mortal enemy, Varian, King of the Alliance, who kicks Garrosh's ass and fully repels the Horde invaders. Garrosh appears a lot during the questing in the Cataclysm expansion, but there's one specific quest that is a fan favorite, and it's in the Stone Talon Mountains, where an overlord named Cromgar bombs a whole bunch of innocent druids who are not hostile at all. In response, Garrosh goes,
What have you done, Cromgar? Was my command to murder innocents, Cromgar?
War Chief! Sir, I...
Am I a murderer, Cromgar?
No! War Chief!
Then I ask you again, what have you done? I sent you into Stone Talon Mountains with an army. Your orders were to secure this land for the Horde. Instead, you laid waste to the land, murdered innocents, children even. Honor, Cromgar. No matter how dire the battle, never forsake it. Overlord Cromgar, you have disgraced the Horde. By my right as War Chief, I hereby relieve you of duty. You are dismissed.
Now, this quest is really weird because in a dev interview, Alex Fossarabi, former narrative lead of Warcraft, basically said, yeah, my bad, this quest was actually written incorrectly and out of character. He says, and I quote, I didn't stick to the path with Garrosh. Not everyone was on board. Not everyone got the memo, as it were, and as we were designing, that was my fault. Because because I was actually trying to bring Garrosh around, and Stone Talon was going to be the first of that. Cataclysm was a pretty crazy time for us, which is one of the rare moments in Warcraft history where the writers are just like, my fault, sorry guys. This event is still considered canon though, I think. just wildly out of character, and as we see later, Garrosh has no problem with killing innocents. Anyways, once again, not everyone in the Horde approved of Garrosh's warmongering nature. Vol'jin, leader of the Darkspear Trolls, outright told Garrosh that he would kill him if he continued this bloodthirsty conquest.
Enough of your nonsense!
And in response, Garrosh kicked out all of the Darkspear Trolls from Orgrimmar, and they settled back on the Echo Isles. Soon after, Garrosh amassed a powerful navy which effectively blockaded all of Kalimdor, which kind of forced his less than enthusiastic Horde allies to remain loyal. But a critical place Garrosh needed to deal with in order to secure all of Kalimdor was Theramore, which was the war chief's next target. Garrosh amassed his Kor'kron army, and first they sacked Northwatch Hold. All the while, the other leaders of the Horde were starting to feel a bit more uneasy about their new, insane war chief. These members of the Horde held a secret meeting to discuss the concerns about this event and their unpredictable, violent war chief.
What? Say that again! As war chief, I am ashamed to partner with a coward like you.
Garrosh found out about their secret meeting and clarifies that he is not like their former war chief Thrall, who is a capitulating, pacifist bitch, and that it was his indecisiveness that put the Horde in this situation in the first place. Members of the Secret Council tried to instill some reasoning into the war chief. You know, we've harbored peace with Theramore for years now. We basically own everything else in Southern Kalimdor. I mean, do we really need to do this? Think about the consequences of an outward attack like...
All of Kalimdor will belong to the orcs. Get in my way, and I'll cut you down. Remember that.
Garrosh then let them all off with a warning for this deceit and left. Next was the attack on Theramore, in which Garrosh hatched a brilliant plan. First, slowly march the giant Horde army towards Theramore, and then just stand around the gates menacingly. The Alliance obviously will see their approach and rally all of its armies and leaders to Theramore. Just stack up the whole city with their most powerful soldiers. The Horde armies will try and breach the city, and then just
head splitter.
leave and
That's like
pretend like they
20, 30
lost.
gold right there.
The Alliance
Not
will
bad,
foolishly
not bad.
celebrate, and then Garrosh
take it.
will drag a giant mana bomb nuke and drop it on the city.
I'm organizing a little surprise party for Jaina. It's going to be a blast.
This dealt a massive blow to the Alliance, with only a few survivors escaping. In response, the Alliance retaliated by attacking Durotar, and Jaina Proudmoore threatened to consume all of Orgrimmar in a giant tsunami. Eventually she was talked down, and this assault was repelled by the Horde, which included Garrosh and Varian dueling for a third time, and the Alliance was repelled, but they did reclaim Northwatch Hold and the Barrens. This Alliance retaliation enraged Garrosh so much that he totally transformed his approach to the conflict. Originally, he just wanted to drive out the Alliance from Kalimdor. Now, his plan was to just kill literally all of them. All the Alliance, all over the world, just kill them all! Every man, woman, and child a part of the Horde would help in this barbaric crusade or face the wrath of his elite guards, called the Kor'kron. And coincidentally, during this time, the mists have been lifted from the previously undiscovered continent of Pandaria, a land full of peaceful panda people. And the Horde and the Alliance immediately rushed to claim all of its resources and just murder the out of each other and turn the land into a war zone. 2 months into this invasion, Garrosh arrives, and Vol'jin, leader of the Darkspear Trolls, raises his concerns once again. You know, we keep just doing the senseless violence, maybe we should stop. In response, Garrosh sends Vol'jin on a mission with his Kor'kron guards, and they stab him in the throat. Unfortunately, Vol'jin survives this assassination attempt.
How is that unfortunate?
One of the main reasons Garrosh and his Horde armies came to Pandaria is because of the powerful artifacts that they could obtain. One of these artifacts was called the Divine Bell.
The Alliance were eager for vengeance, but they could not take it, so long as we retained our advantage. To ensure this, I sought an artifact in Pandaria, the Divine Bell. But the enemy was quick to interfere.
Stop, Garrosh! You do not know what that bell is capable of!
You run bravely to your death, young one.
We haven't met before, but, I'm Anduin Rin.
So in the end, it is not Varian, but his whelp who comes to face me.
Honestly, I'm just trying to help you. The Mogu made the Divine Bell to create chaos, but the Pandaren created a mallet to counter it. That mallet was hidden for thousands of years. Until now.
I have no idea what you said, nor do I care. Loktar Ogar! Blood and thunder! Your alliance must be at its end if it's sending children against me.
Okay, well, Garrosh was going to claim the Divine Bell, but Anduin was just being so goddamn annoying. He just decided to break the bell over the frail 14-year-old boy because he was asking for it. Besides, Garrosh has much more important matters to attend to. Large factions in the Horde have become completely fed up with the War Chief's warmongering, especially the Darkspear tribe. This leads Garrosh to denounce the trolls as traitors and forcibly take their holdings and execute its members, and the rest of the non-Orcish races were rounded up in the Valley of Spirits.
You are all unworthy of the Horde.
Vol'jin, having survived his assassination attempt, declares a full-on civil war, naming those who fought against Garrosh the Darkspear Rebellion, an ally with Horde and Alliance
even though it lasted
player
like over a year, I
characters.
fucking
This
loved
rebellion
that
is
raid.
quick to reclaim the Echo Isles and Razor Hill. Meanwhile, Garrosh is hoarding powerful Pandaren artifacts and amassing mercenaries to supplement his Kor'kron forces. His goblin excavation teams he hired back in Pandaria found the heart of the deceased old god Yasharaj, and Garrosh throws it in the pool in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, corrupts the lands, and kills a panda. Now Garrosh has fully submerged himself in his villain arc. His headstrong nature and brutal perseverance in claiming all of Azeroth for the Horde has forced him into a situation where his allies have turned against him, and now he's willing to do anything possible to prove their foolishness wrong. Horde and Alliance forces raid the city of Orgrimmar, fighting through the streets and dismantling Garrosh's Orcish horde, before they have their final showdown with the misguided warchief, Thrall. Garrosh's old mentor attempts to talk some reasoning into the one he granted the title of warchief.
It is not too late, Garrosh. Lay down the mantle of Warchief. We can end this here, now, with no more bloodshed. Ha! Do you remember nothing of honor, of glory on a battlefield? You who would parley with the humans, who allowed warlocks to practice their dark magics right under our feet. You are weak. We are the Orcish Horde.
He's actually got a point
the
there.
true Horde.
Warlocks are
We
kind of like
die,
bad guys in the
bloody
lore,
and
even though like
thrashing
there
on
are
the field
homies
of
that
battle,
summon us and
like
raids and all that
true
shit.
orcs should. You are an orc no longer, and speak for none but yourself. You betrayed our people to forge your fragile alliances, and I will take great pleasure in tearing them apart.
Then you have forced my hand. I will correct the mistake I made long ago. Spirits of the wind, the earth, the water, hear my call! Come to my aid! Oh!
Fool! My dark shaman have twisted and tortured the elements for miles around. They cannot hear you now. Once again, you prove too weak and powerless to do anything.
Never powerless, Garrosh. And never alone.
So, You wish to face off against a real orc war chief. So be it. I, Garrosh, son of Grom, will show you what it means to be called Hellscream.
The fight with Garrosh ultimately culminates in him absorbing the powers of the Heart of Y'Shaarj, turning him into a corrupted monster and transporting players to an alternate dimension in the Stormwind Harbor, where the leaders of the Horde and the Alliance are pinned on spikes, and Garrosh's
this is the
orcish
mythic
horde
fight.
supreme.
I remember this.
But obviously,
I was
since he fights
Brewmaster
player
Tank for our
characters,
guild when
he's
we
defeated.
first did this.
No! It cannot end like this. What I have seen.
It's like, I think the whole thing was like I could AoE, or I could tank when needed for some mobs, and like, there's like this keg you could throw, there's like an AoE keg you could just kind of like spam, and it like slows all the enemies in it, so it's like, I could like hella kite these mobs for days as like a Brewmaster.
You disappoint me, Garrosh.
After Garrosh is defeated, Vol'jin takes his place as the leader of the Horde, and a trial is organized for Garrosh. Now, obviously, he is guilty for all the crimes, but politically, the trial allows there to be some clear separation between Garrosh's actions and the Horde. It lets them condemn the war chief and work on mending relations with the Alliance. And let me just say, one of the reasons why I love Garrosh's story so much is because it feels just so incredibly grounded. The Warchief's actions had rippling effects across multiple factions on Azeroth, and we're able to see their characterization in meaningful, grounded ways. We can see the Night Elves in their stubborn unwillingness to help the Horde, the pacifist, gentle giant nature of the Tauren who only use violence as the last option, and the cultural divide between the generations of orcs. For like 95% of Garrosh's story, he wasn't some big bad guy corrupted by a higher power, or some otherworldly eldritch horror. He was just an orc from a bygone era, looking to continue his father's great legacy and ensure a prosperous future for his people by any means necessary. This antagonistic approach is how Garrosh was eventually hit with the villain bat because, well, this is an MMO and Warcraft's narrative needs to be constantly building up bad guys for us to defeat because, you know, a raid needs to come out every single major patch. But yeah, what makes Garrosh's story so great is the understanding people can connect with throughout his tragic story in a villain arc grounded in misguided pride. Okay, so anyways, during Garrosh's trial, he doesn't deny any of his crimes, and then works with a time-traveling and 2-year-old dragon to go to an alternate dimension Draenor and meet up with an alternate universe version of his dad, and tell him not to drink the demon blood, and instead they should ride Iron Horde motorcycles instead and take over Azeroth. But like 1/4 of the way into this plan, at the very beginning of this expansion, Thrall finds him, challenges him to a duel, and just kills him. Okay, so the transition between Mist of Pandaria and the Warlords of Draenor might be the biggest jump-the-shark moment in Warcraft history, especially for Garrosh's story. You know, Warlords of Draenor is such a tough expansion for me to criticize because, you know, I have really rose-tinted goggles around the expansion. Is going to a time-traveling alternate dimension totally ridiculous? Yes. Is there not a lot of content in the expansion? Yes. Does Garrosh's story go totally off the rails for this to even happen? Yes. Does the main story suck? Yes. But also some of the best media, raid bosses, and world building Blizzard has ever done is also in this expansion, so I kinda have to give it a pass. Also, the fight between Garrosh and Thrall is one of the best cinematics they have ever made, especially when it comes to the voice acting.
You made me war chief! You left me to pick up your pieces! You failed me! No.
Warcraft's story would continue to progress over the next 3 expansions, and then during the Shadowlands, there would be a surprising return of everyone's favorite war criminal in the Realm of Death. It's just that him returning is so bad and over-the-top fan service that it kind of turns into being amazing. In the Sanctum of Domination, Garrosh has been tortured for his life essence, but his willpower is just so unbreakable, and when players free him, he just doubles down on everything he believed when he was alive. It's just a perfect fan service end to one of the most headstrong characters in all of Warcraft.
I submit to no one! Not you! Not the jailer! And not that coward thrall! For the Horde!
Garrosh is the best villain in all of Warcraft history because he isn't just some corrupted big bad guy. He's an intricate character whose upbringing is highly specific to the Warcraft universe. His story was something that was slowly built up over the span of 5 expansions. And during his storyline, there were serious consequences to his actions, which helped innovate on other characters' storylines and alter the world in meaningful ways. I highly doubt he will ever return to the story again, but we can still appreciate the legacy of the best villain ever written in the Warcraft universe.
Alright, I went a bit overkill in terms of the gold I needed for the enchant. I mean, I still need to farm gold for like a few more Winterfall shit and like other side things that I need for next week's raid. For enchanter, 7 stam, or no, not stam. What's that, stam, or did I look up stam or strength? Okay, yeah, strength. I want strength. 7 strength to bracers. My max plus tip. Now let's get an automatic whisper from no one with the automatic whisper thing is online. Oh wait, no. Here we go. Except 9 stamp. Wait, okay. Is there... So wait, is there 9 strength to bracers? Or is 7 the highest this phase? What's the max? May as well get fucking good enchant then, yeah? 6 illusion does greater channel. Okay, my broke ass can't get that right now. I'll go for 7 strength for now. Here's 5 gold for your troubles, sir. You what? Have a good one, dude. Alright. That was the goal of this stream, basically. Unless I want to go get Songflower too, I guess. While I'm at it. Go get that. And then I just need to do gold farming kind of to get some more side shit here that I'm running low on. I got 5 left of those. 17. Okay, I think I'm running low on, yeah, running low on squid as well. And I think I might be good on arcane elixirs, assuming I don't die and only use 2 in 1 raid. I mean, last night I didn't die, so that was like the cheapest raid and also one of the fastest raids I've done for a Sunken Temple at least. Alright, so I'm gonna snipe out oh, actually I gotta get a thing. I was about to go without it, the thing for Songflower. Then we'll have all our, what calls it, buffs ready for next raid. World buff. Where is it? It looks like the chili. Dragon Breath chili. Yeah, same icon. Man, this guy's been trying to sell Julie's dagger like all day, and he's been using LFG for it. I thought that was like against the rules, but I guess people just aren't narking him. But you're not supposed to use like LFG for like stuff like that. But then again, people do it for like summoning portals and shit.
Can you not see it? Brothers and sisters, there is but one way to wipe the scourge from the face of Azeroth. The Scarlet Crusade offers you the protection that you so desperately desire. And if you pledge yourselves to us, surely we will reach our ultimate goal.
Yeah, like the
Defy
flight
us,
here and then
and you will be dispatched in a blaze of golden light, unlike any you have ever witnessed.
I could try and get like a phase 2 in there and be at the one near the
The Scarlet Crusade is one of the more unique enemies you'll face while exploring Azeroth. On the outside, they might seem like your normal group of everyday paladins, but in truth, they are a vengeful group of fanatic worshippers of the light who destroy all who don't share their radical views. Their history is one of sympathetic origins, but the corruption and the inevitable downfall of their crusade was all because of the underlying deceit within the heart of their organization. First, a quick word from today's sponsor, Keeps. Look, dudes, because most of you are dudes, did you know that 2 out of 3 dudes experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? Well, thankfully, Keeps can help prevent those precious hairs from falling off your head with their FDA-approved medication for hair loss. The best thing about Keeps is you can get treated right from the comfort of your own home by signing up online and getting connected with a doctor who helps you in your mission to restore your luscious locks. And remember, it's important to act fast, as the sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you can save. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/platinum or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. That is keeps.com/platinum.
Dead guild where everyone's just raid logging, I see. I mean, we're over a month into this.
The Third War has just concluded on Azeroth. The Kingdom of Lordaeron has been totally destroyed by the Scourge after the kingdom's prince, Arthas Menethil, betrayed his people and allied with the undead and killed his own father and his mentor Uther. The group of paladins called the Knights of the Silver Hand was disbanded, but these crusaders continue to fight to defend fortified settlements where survivors cling to life. One of these paladins was a mountain of a man named Saidan Dathrohan, who was one of the original founders of the Knights of the Silver Hand. Dathrohan's significance is not because of his accomplishments, but because of his defeat. During an incursion into the burning city of Stratholme, Dathrohan was separated from his fellow paladins. He could cut down the undead with ease, but there was more than shambling zombies in this cursed city.
Know that I am Balnazar. Know that you are but a pawn in plans beyond your reckoning. You cannot fight my will. You are mine. You are out of your league, Paladin.
Saidan Dathrohan had fallen right into the Dreadlord Balnazar's trap. The demonic mastermind's ultimate plan was to possess his body and infiltrate the Order of Paladins and pull the strings behind the scenes and destroy them from within.
I've been waiting for you, Paladin. Know that I will rip the soul from your flesh and make your body my own.
Oh. As Balnazar infiltrated their defenses, a paragon of light traveled from the west. High Lord Alexandros Mograine was one of the original founders of the Knights of the Silver Hand. Armed with a holy artifact called the Ashbringer, the paladin could cleave entire armies of undead in twain, and leave only ash in his wake. I cannot stress enough how much of a badass Mograine was. He was like the Master Chief of Paladins, who was a beacon of light for the downtrodden people of Lordaeron. He became such a legend that he was simply referred to as the Ashbringer. The Ashbringer also had two sons. One was named Darien, who has the most anime haircut in all of Warcraft, but more on him later. The other son was named Renault, who was taught the ways of the Paladin under Satan Dathrohan. Over time, Satan Dathrohan, aka Balnazar, manipulated Renault. He preyed on his insecurities, knowing that he would always live in the shadow of his father. Renault is, and always will be, a lowly foot soldier, a simple follower, and not a leader like his father. But Satan offered him a proposition. If Renault was to kill his own father, he would be promoted to be a commanding officer in his Order of Paladins, and be granted the glory he justly deserved. Hey, I think you should kill your dad. Okay.
Wow, that was, surprisingly easy.
Renault then lied to his father, telling him that his brother Darien was trapped within Stratholme and needed to be rescued. Alexandros Mograine and his advisor Fairbanks traveled to the burning city, only to be overwhelmed by Scourge forces.
Come on, okay. More damage, yes. Go. Fairbanks, where are you? I need heals. No, by the light, he DC'd. Okay, we gotta just hurry up, we gotta time this. Quick. This is just like Finding Nemo, except with all more zombies.
The High Lord fell to the ground, exhausted after obliterating every vile creature that stood in his way.
I'm actually reporting.
It was
this
at
is
this
such
moment
grief.
the High Lord's son delivered the ultimate betrayal.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
This act of pure evil and resentment corrupted the Ashbringer, turning it into a weapon of hatred instead of retribution. Renault fled, returning to the town of Hearthglen to tell everyone of the death of the Ashbringer. So there's the Ashbringer, and then there's a bunch of zombies, and the zombies were like, "Bwah!" And the Ashbringer went, "Bwah!" And then there was an Abomination guy, and he went, "Bwah!" And then he went, and then the Ashbringer died. And yeah, that's what happened. Some of the paladins were quite skeptical, to say the least. Satan had been acting quite suspicious recently, and this tall tale didn't really seem to add up. It was you, Renault, that killed Alexandros. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. The Ashbringer thrust right through your father's back. Whoa, Fairbanks, did you not see the puppet show? Clearly it was the...
I know what I saw, you traitorous bastard!
Fairbanks barging in and spilling this truth was the final straw for half of the Order of Paladins, and they left instantly. They went to go create a new order that wasn't led by such sketchy and fanatic leaders like Satan and Renault. The ones that stayed decided that they'd just quarantine Fairbanks, who was now deemed as unclean and insane. And by quarantine, I mean they executed him and threw him in a secret chamber in the cathedral. From this point onwards, the priests, paladins, and all other followers of the light separated themselves into two different organizations. The ones that really didn't trust Satan Datherhan left and called themselves the Argent Dawn, led by Lord Maxwell Tyrosus. This organization is accepting of all outsiders, whether they be Horde, Alliance, or even Forsaken, and their main goal is to establish peace and destroy the Scourge. The other group is called the Scarlet Crusade, led by Satan Datherhan. This organization is extremely against any outsiders, especially if they aren't humans.
For the Crusade!
Rather than establish peace, their main goal is to reclaim the ruined lands of Lordaeron once again and deliver retribution to the monsters that surround them. Satan made sure that he struck fear and paranoia into his followers, warning them that any outsiders could be unclean and could be secretly carrying the plague of undeath. Showing mercy to them would only pull them further away from their goal of eradicating all evil from Lordaeron.
Heathen!
Now, clearly the Scarlet Crusade are not really good people, but let's look at this from their perspective. You are a citizen of Lordaeron who had your entire family killed by zombies and your life destroyed. A plague wiped through your whole kingdom that came from infected grain of all things. So I mean, how could you not be nervous about other ways the plague could be transferred? I mean, the enemy you're fighting also has
Flying death fortresses.
So who knows what unholy tricks they might have up their sleeve. Also keep in mind that some citizens were saved and converted into the Scarlet Crusade, and if we simply just look at the map in Classic, the Scarlet Crusade are the only ones getting shit done around here. They have 3 different fortified bases all around Lordaeron, while the Argent Dawn has a shitty camp and an even shittier rundown church. This isn't about being morally good for some members of the Scarlet Crusade. This is about survival. Also, their beloved capital city that was a deeply religious and known place of worship of the light was taken over by zombies that look exactly like the ones that destroyed it in the first place. As a living human, how can you be okay with that? But also, from the Forsaken's perspective, who live in the capital city, they too are citizens of Lordaeron, who have retained all their memories from when they were alive, and are now treated as monsters, and this is the only place they really can live. This is what makes the Scarlet Crusade such an interesting villain in WoW. They are a group of people who, from their perspective, have pretty reasonable motivations to avenge their kingdom, but have been pushed and manipulated into paranoia and desperation that made them lose grasp of reality and turned into the villains on Azeroth. Now that we know the insidious origins of the Crusade, let's go through each expansion in WoW and learn how the Scarlet Crusade was ultimately defeated. First, let's start with Classic and get to know the leaders of the Scarlet Monastery and their nefarious deeds.
Tell me everything.
Within the dark depths of the temple, Interrogator Vicious is known for unleashing his unrelenting sadism and cruel expertise against the enemies of the Crusade. During Classic, there's a quest that involves him stealing a wedding ring from one of his torture subjects and giving it to his own wife, which is just, oh, so incredibly evil. Interrogator Vicious also makes an appearance within the Brawlers Guild, and the announcer will yell, Well, wrap me in leather and tug my leash. It's Dungeon Master Vicious. So, you can do with that information what you will.
Release the hounds!
Houndmaster Locks
Release the
trains
singular
his
hound.
savage hounds of the Crusade to sniff out the unclean and hunt them down within the forests of Tirisfal Glades.
You will not defile these mysteries.
Within the library, Headmaster Mage Arcanus Doan combs over his tomes and teaches the fellow mages of the Crusade on how to master the use of the arcane to destroy the undead.
Ah, I've been waiting for a real challenge.
Within the Hall of Champions, Herod is... I'll be honest, Herod is literally just a shirtless guy with an axe who says, "Blades of light!" But what's more interesting is the room he's in, which is called the Hall of Champions. Here we can see a bunch of different statues of slain or missing members of the Crusade. What's confusing, though, is there are statues of elves and dwarves, which kind of goes against the whole ethos of the Crusade in the first place. What's even funnier about this place is the names of the people and how uncreative they are. We got Valia Twin Blades. She's got 2 blades. We got Invar one arm. He's got 1 arm. We got Yana Bloodspear. He's got a spear. We got... Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa, no, wrong universe. But one of the more interesting ones is Halia Sunshield, who's got a shield. But what's interesting about her is the plaque for the statue says that she died slaying a dreadlord named Belthras. And what's interesting is that this dreadlord named Belthras returned 13 years later in-game as a mob Gul'dan summons during the Nighthold raid in Legion.
Alright, I don't know. We'll see if I go on cata, but call it a stream here.
Of the monastery
Basically, get the rest of my world buffs for next week.
Was given what he was
done,
promised and was promoted to Scarlet Commander of the monastery and watches over
got our
Sally
gold
Whiteman.
to
Together we shall spread
enchant
the
our new
Crusade's
best
ideals
in
across
slot
this
bracers.
land.
So yeah.
Now, I'd love to give
I
you
could
some
definitely get
backstory
9 on that,
who
but
Lady
like I'm too
Whitening
broke
is,
for that right now.
But she really doesn't
I'll
have
do
much of a backstory.
gold farming
Her
on the
family
side
was all
for like
killed by
some
the
Winterfall
Scourge, and she
Firewaters and
swears to
shit.
avenge
The other
them,
things that I'm running
which
low
is
on.
the same story that a lot of the members of the
Alright.
Crusade have. Despite this, she is easily the most